If you've been thinking about getting into AI, you've probably heard about a key Microsoft certification. Well, I've got some news for you. The clock is officially ticking on the AI-900 Azure AI Fundamentals exam. So the big question is, should you scramble to take it or just wait for whatever comes next? All right, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. This is the official word straight from Microsoft. The AI-900 certification is heading into retirement. And no, this isn't just some rumor, it's a hard deadline, and it kind of changes the game for anyone looking to get their foundational AI skills validated. Go ahead and mark your calendar. Seriously, June 30th, 2026. That is the absolute last day you can earn or even renew this certification. After that, the AI-900, as we know it, is officially a thing of the past. So that gives you a pretty clear window to figure out your move.
To help you figure this all out, here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with what's changing and why. Then we'll peek inside the exam itself. After that, we'll talk about how to prepare, and finally, we'll give you our final verdict. Take it now or wait.
So what is the AI-900 anyway? Well, think of it as your official on-ramp to the world of artificial intelligence, specifically on Microsoft's cloud platform, Azure. It's really designed to prove you've got a solid handle on the core concepts.
And here's the thing that might surprise you: who this is actually for. You do not need to be some hardcore data scientist or a seasoned software engineer. It's built for pretty much anyone, whether you're from a technical background or not, who wants to build that foundational understanding of AI. It's a perfect starting point.
So, you're probably asking, why the change? Well, Microsoft is basically overhauling its entire training strategy. They're moving towards something new, and the future of their AI training is a program they're calling Microsoft Foundry. And this slide really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the AI-900, the current verifiable certification that, is on its way out. And on the other side, you've got Microsoft Foundry, which seems to be less about one single exam and more about a continuous, hands-on learning journey. The key takeaway here is one is a known thing you can get right now, while the other is where things are headed in the future.
All right, so let's say you decide to go for it. What are you actually signing up for? Let's break down what you really need to know for the AI-900 exam.
The exam really covers 5 main areas. You're going to need to understand general AI workloads, the core principles of machine learning, how computer vision works, the basics of natural language processing, or NLP, and, of course, the super hot topic of generative AI. It's a really solid, comprehensive overview.
Let's kick things off with machine learning. At its core, this is all about teaching computers to learn from data to make predictions, all without having to be programmed for every single little thing.
Now, to make that a little more real, the exam covers concepts like a regression model. And don't let the name intimidate you. It's just a fancy way of saying you're predicting a number. The source material gave a perfect example, using data like the time of year to predict how many cakes a bakery is going to sell. See? Simple, practical, and really powerful stuff.
And here's a look at how they actually test you on that knowledge. This sample question asks you to identify the label, which is the thing you're trying to predict, in this case, cake sales, and the feature, the data you use to make that prediction, like the time of year. Just understanding that difference is absolutely fundamental.
But it doesn't stop at machine learning. The exam also dives into some other really exciting fields. We're talking about computer vision, which is all about analyzing images, natural language processing for understanding human language, and of course, generative AI for creating brand new content. For example, a question about NLP might test whether you can pick the right tool for the job. So in this case, the task is to translate spoken French into English text. The trick here is realizing you need a service that can handle both speech-to-text and translation. It's a specific capability, and you have to know which one to pick.
And for generative AI, they're really focused on responsible use. This question isn't just about filtering bad content. It's asking about identifying potential harms before they happen. The right answer is about actively conducting bias assessments to find discriminatory outputs before they ever become a problem. It's a big deal.
So, are you convinced this is for you? Okay, let's talk strategy. Now that you know what's on the exam, let's put together a practical action plan to get you prepared and, more importantly, certified before that 2026 deadline hits.
Here's a simple 4-step plan, and I really want to stress step 1, schedule the exam early. And this isn't just about logistics, it's about psychology. It gives you a hard deadline, a target to aim for, and believe me, it makes your studying so much more focused.
Next up, you got to choose how you want to learn.
If you like structure, you could go with instructor-led training or find some great online courses on platforms like Pluralsight. Or, hey, if you'd rather go at your own speed, Microsoft Learn has a fantastic and totally free self-study path you can take.
And look, don't just take my word for it. This quote from the exam prep material just nails why scheduling first is so crucial. Having that date on the calendar turns "I should probably study" into "I am studying." It's a game changer for motivation. Okay, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. So now it's time for the big finale. With retirement looming, do you go for the AI 900 now, or do you just wait and see what this whole Microsoft Foundry thing is all about?
Let's weigh the options. Taking it now gets you a recognized credential that shows you're taking initiative. The knowledge is foundational, so it's always going to be relevant. The downside? Well, you're earning a cert that's being phased out, and the future is Foundry, which will probably be more in line with cutting-edge services.
So, after looking at all the angles, what's our final verdict? Take it, and do it now.
And here's why. First off, it gives you a real, verifiable credential you can stick on your resume today, not tomorrow, not next year. Second, the basics, machine learning, NLP, computer vision, those things aren't going anywhere. They're the building blocks for everything else. And finally, it's a really low-risk, structured way to prove you've got the fundamentals down, which is valuable no matter what comes next.
At the end of the day, this certification is a stepping stone. It's a way to officially start your journey into one of the most transformative fields in tech, period. So the real question isn't just about passing an exam. It's about your career. Now that you've got the facts, what's your next move going to be?